Good afternoon or good evening, everyone. This is the Requiem's Events of Texas meeting. It's going to be short, sweet, and to the point. I am Robin Kearney Frazier. I am the president of Guilds of Requiem and pretty much run everything else. Mikey Gravely, who hopefully will be joining us here shortly, is the event coordinator for Requiem's Events of Texas. If not, I know pretty much all the answers too. Upcoming events, we have the Homesteaders and Preppers Bazaar on March 15th and then again September 20th. Both applications for spring and fall are open. The number of vendors and presenter spaces is limited. We have a lot of work to do up front yet that is limited by weather, which, as most of you know, is being very bipolar right now in Central Texas. So we're going to try to work as much as we can between now and the spring event. We do have 1 to 2 more presenter spaces available. If you're not quite sure what you want to talk about I do have a presentation for seed keeping where the presenter just backed out, and also CSA, which is a community shared agriculture. Basically what they are, how to get involved with them, how to locate one is what it's all about. Requests for seed saving. We have had requests for animal processing. If that is something you'd like to do, I do need to talk to you about a lot of the details before we publish out that it's going to happen, because we do not have electricity and we do not have water up front at our venue area. We are looking for someone to donate at least 1 porta potty for the weekend. Sorry, I have dogs. Ren Fair Bandera County is May the 3rd. Spaces again will be limited. It depends on how much work we can actually get done in cleaning up and clearing up the spaces up front that we have set aside for our event venue. We are going to try to allow only 1 of each product unless there's significant differences in materials and styles. I do have 2 leather vendors already, which is okay because one does books and armory and the other one does smaller things like sheaths and wine bottle holders and a few other different things. And there's enough difference in their technique and styling that I am acceptable with having both of them. We do need at least 1 more food truck. They must be self-contained because, once again, we do not have power or electricity up front or running water up front. I prefer someone who isn't selling spicy food, which is anything with capsaicin and peppers in it, because it will be at the front of the property near our canopy, and I am highly allergic to that food item. We are looking for someone to donate at least 1 or 2 porta potties for the weekend. All donations are tax deductible. We are a 501c nonprofit organization, so please keep that in mind. Coming new or I guess it's restarting for me, but it's new for everyone here in Bandera County, is Operation Teddy Bear Hugs. What these are stuffed animals that are donated to local first responders to hand out to children during traumatic events. It does run the entire month of March, where you can bring your new, gently used, clean stuffed animals or child-safe crafted animal to the Homesteaders and Preppers Bazaar on March 15th. You can bring it to the Pipe Creek Volunteer Fire Department when you play bingo on Friday night, the Country Basket at the Pipe Creek General Store here in Pipe Creek, Out of the Way Cafe in Lake Hills, and S&M Spirits of Pipe Creek. If you are a business owner in Bandera City and would like to be a donation drop-off, please let me know. Email me at customerservice@guildsofrequiem.com, or you can message me on any of the boards or deals. A little bit of history about Operation Teddy Bear Hugs. In 2003, my youngest son became acutely ill with RSV and rotavirus. He spent some time in the ICU unit, and because it was at a children's hospital with a lot of compromised immune systems, we were not allowed to bring any of his toys from home. Instead, they had toys that had been gifted to them that were brand new or homemade, nice and clean. Nobody's ever used them before. And each of the children, when they got admitted, got one of those toys. So it was a pretty cool thing. The thing was that it was March. It was coming up on February, March. They'd had all these donations for the Christmas holiday, but the really busy season is January, February, March, and they had more intakes than they had toys remaining. So I got together with my Star Trek fan club, and we decided to do Teddy Bear Hugs, which is where we were going to do a donation drive the month of March. And because it was a children's hospital, we were able to accept toys and everything. So that was really cool. We kept it going for many years. In 2006, I started working at Nueces County Sheriff's Office, where I found out that first responders were handing out teddy bears and stuffed animals to kids during traumatic events. So Operation Teddy Bear Hugs was born in 2013. We did that all the way through 2013 when I medically retired, and I turned it over to the Sheriff's Employee Association of Nueces County. I'm not sure if they still do it now, but the last I heard they were doing it. I don't know what month they're doing it in, but I decided, it's time to revisit that because we have a lot of things happen here in Bandera County. A lot of them are scary. They're scary for adults, let alone a little kid. So I reached out to some of our local first responders, pitched the program to them, and they're like, yeah, we would like that. One of them even said that, hey, our firefighters, they were cleaning out their closets after their kids got done playing with toys, or they didn't play with a toy and they bring them in. Well, now all of them have teenagers and don't have stuffed animals anymore. So yeah, we're hurting for these. We really like this idea. So that is Bandera Fire and EMS, but we also have a Pipe Creek Volunteer Fire Department that's going to benefit from it. We also have the Sheriff's Office and I believe the City Marshal. Haven't heard back for certain on them. But yeah, we are going to reach out to as many local first responder units and volunteer fire departments to get these toys into their hands so that they can hand them out to children at events. So where is help needed on these? Like I said, we're looking for at least one drop-off location in Bandera City. We've got Lake Hills covered, we've got Pipe Creek covered in spades. But we know that it might be easier for some people if they're in Bandera City to just, as a part of their regular shopping, or it's closer to them, more convenient. So we are looking for at least one location in Bandera City. We need help with distributing boxes. We're aiming at the last weekend of February to get the boxes out to everybody. I am disabled, so I am not allowed to drive. Not for lack of wanting, it's just not allowed to drive. Legally, I'm not allowed to drive, and we're not going to say anything. No, I don't drive. I have seizures, so I don't drive. So we do need help with distributing boxes, picking up the boxes at the end of March, and distributing bears to the first responders. Other ways to help, you can pull out that sewing needle and create stuffed animals. I do have PDF templates that I can share with you. You recruit others to sew stuffed animals. You can clean out your kids' rooms and the closets. Make sure they're gently used. They must be complete. They must be clean, which means run them through the gentle cycle on the washing machine and low heat or fluff dry in the dryer. Do not use high heat. You will melt the microplastics that are in the fur, and it looks for crazy looking animals. Cash donations are welcome. We will turn around and use those to purchase stuffed animals. I am working on an Amazon wish list where you can order them and have them shipped straight to us. Other places that volunteers are needed. Well, what happens when you volunteer for us? You get access to a vending space at all of our events. Food, we make sure you are fed either sandwiches or pizza during pre-event times, which is when we're working up front. We get you a $20 food voucher at the event, which is good at any hot food vendor. I will check with some of our other food vendors. We do have J&M Artisan baked goods again. We do have a couple others that are going to be there, but James is usually pretty good about taking the vouchers, and then we reimburse them at the end of the event. You have access to our snack zone at the event, and that's behind guest services for volunteers of the events only. It's not open to the public. Usually it's like little it's bottles of water, mix-ins, snacks, food trail mix, granola bars, and that kind of stuff. Do remember that volunteer hours can be converted to a dollar amount, so you can use as donations on your taxes. Where do we need help? We need event area cleanup. It's been 5 years since we've had events up there. 2019 was the last time we had an event up there in spring. No, fall 2019. So we've done a lot of work. We've got just a few things left to do. A lot of it's just moving brush that we've cut down from one location to another location on the property, making sure the trash is getting picked up, make sure we've got things set up so that, people aren't going to get hurt. Right now, we do have most of the weekends leading up to the event, and that is going to be February 23rd, March 1st, and March 8th. If you're available on March the 14th, I will not turn down help for getting canopy set up or being up there the day before so vendors can set up their canopies. If you're unable to do a weekend, please schedule with me. Reach out to me on any of our Facebook pages, or you can reach out to R.E. on Facebook, and I will see that message and we'll schedule with you. I do have several days that are blocked out because of doctor's appointments. If you're able to help with advertising, specifically passing out flyers to area businesses. Once again, I can't drive. It makes it hard for me to get the flyers into the hands of businesses so that they can get out to their customers coming in. We do need help with fundraising. A lot of that is to help cover the volunteer foods, that is to help cover the porta potties, advertising expenses, and everything else. We do need extra hands at the guest services booth. Mostly it's kind of answer general questions. Everyone will know the general layout to say, this vendor's over here, that vendor's over here, presentation here, you know, just kind of point out where everything is to people coming in who may have questions. If they have specific questions about the guilds, there will always be at least one guilds member up there that can answer questions. We do have pre-event activities the day before setup. We do have post-event activities the day of or after, the day after for cleanup. Once again, we want to try to leave our front area as clean as we possibly can so that's that much less work for the next event. And that is everything that I have. If you've got any questions, our email address is requiemseventsoftexas@guildsofrequiem.com. We hope you have yourself a wonderful day, a week, and we'll see you in March.